Hello, I'm Sophia Lou and welcome to my channel. Hello guys and welcome to this week's video. This week I thought I'd redo a piece that I've had in my sketchbook, an idea that I've had for a while that I've really wanted to do with Marie. And I thought I'd share my first thoughts of these gorgeous Ecoline watercolours. Now, I've not had much time to play around with these, but I got these for my birthday. I've had my eye on them for a very long time and I treated myself, and I thought I'd share with you what my thoughts are on these particular paints. Now, what I'm using here is I'm using the Kuretake Zig Mangaka fineliners. I will link these down below if you are interested in trying them out. I'm also using some mixed media paper here because when I originally did this piece I wasn't quite sure on what I was going to use. I used some Ecoline watercolours as well as polychromos pencils, and I'm pretty sure that's it. I don't even use any white gel pen for this piece. For a full list of the equipment, you can check out the equipment that I've used down below. I'll always link it down there for you. So, what is the difference between liquid, pan, and tube watercolours? Now, I've never really gotten on with tube watercolours, but I normally use pan watercolours, and I've heard nothing but really good things about these Ecoline liquid concentrated watercolours. I know a few people use, I think it's PH Martins. They are a little bit more expensive than these ones, so I thought I'd try them out and see what I thought. Well, my first general thoughts on these paints are they are extremely concentrated, bright, vibrant, and take a little bit of getting used to. You can desaturate the colours by adding more water or just using the colours quite concentrated and creating a gorgeous effect through there. And this year I've really wanted to work more with watercolours. It's something that I'm pushing myself to work more with to try and get myself better with the materials. I've been trying a lot more wet mediums lately. I picked up some acrylics to try out some more with them, and I've also picked up some gouache to try and see what I think about them. I find that you never know if something doesn't work for you until you actually try it, so this is why I picked up these watercolours. Now, they are not for everyone, I will say that. I find it quite hard to tone down the colour a lot, but if you're after a really bright concentrated watercolour, these are for you. And as you can see, they come in these little pipettes and you can just drop out the liquid, and sometimes it can be quite difficult to tell them apart, but I find that if you do a nice colour swatch sheet you can try it from there. So this is just a quick test for me to show like how you can dilute the material and show the concentration from the material as well. The major thing is with this, once the colour is down, it's down. You cannot change that, change it as much. You can lighten it just a touch, but not a lot, not at all. So if you are after using these to try and lighten them up, you are going to struggle just a touch. So it's always good to have another piece of paper as your test piece of paper to build up and try and see if it works from there. As I'm doing this picture of Marie with lots of peonies on, I know that a lot of the colours are very close to each other. She has a very warm, earthy tone across her colour scheme, and I really wanted to use all that orange and the red and the brown with the pink flowers with the green and like blend all those colours across and see what I thought. One of the things I've really enjoyed doing actually is mixing these colours together. I find that when they bleed together, they create a really beautiful effect, especially when you're going from the lighter to the darker and building up your tone from there. If you are going to use these, as I said, once you've put colour down, it's very difficult to lift off. With these, they kind of like stain the paper, so if you're after a very concentrated look with your watercolours, these are going to be perfect. If you are after something that's going to be a little bit more forgiving, these might not work for you, and I found that very quickly when I was using these. And I want to see how I get on with these in my sketchbooks, what I do with these pieces in the future, and how these colours fare up across time, and how long these things are going to last me. Bear in mind, each of those drops that I've put down is only a tiny, it's not even me squeezing the pipette, it's only putting down a small amount of colour, and that small amount of colour stretches out so far. It's actually pretty impressive. In the range that I got here, it only has 10 colours in total, but those 10 colours you can create so many more. It comes with a black, a grey, a brown, a green, a purple, a blue, red, orange, yellow, and there's one more colour my brain cannot think of it for some reason. Oh, green. So it comes with a lot of different tones, and you can mix and variation your tones through that, but that's going to be a lot of trial and error through that. So do I recommend these? Absolutely. They are really beautiful, they are really bright, and I cannot wait to see what I do with these in the future. They handle pencil crayon being built on top of them extremely well. I'm gonna have a play around with them and a bit more in the future and see what I think of them. But I thought I'd share with you me trying out these materials and what I actually think of them. And hopefully if you guys like this, I would like to give you my first thoughts on using acrylic and gouache and show my journey across this channel and see whether or not I can improve using them, because sometimes you don't know whether or not you're actually going to get better at something until you try it, and the more you use a material, the better you're going to get at it. I will admit I used a little bit of my Winsor & Newton Pro Markers for Marie's skin tone, only because Marie's skin tone is so specific. It's a very specific colour that I wasn't getting that with the tones I want, because if I put the brown down flat, it would be too dark for Marie's tone, because Marie's skin tone is a very pale, almost tanny brown, it's quite a warm colour. So until I get a little bit better at mixing these colours, until I can achieve better results, I think it was safe for me to do that. And here is going to be a few final looks of the piece. I'm just peeling off my little washi tape just to hold the piece down and let me have these lovely clean areas. Overall, I'm really happy with the way this piece came out, and I can't wait to compare me getting better with the overall paints in the future and show my results in the future, and maybe attempt to do this piece again with different materials. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and maybe it's been a little bit somewhat informative for you. If you have any art supplies you'd like me to try out, please let me know in the comments section down below. If you have any recommendations, let me know as well. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and as always folks, stay creative.